Hello, good evening. Dr. Chudi Ufundu of Snowspirations Global Health Solutions. Thank you and welcome to our clinic this evening. This evening, we're going to look at 8 practicable steps, things you can use to improve your chance of still becoming pregnant in the month of October. Today is the 17th of October, so we barely have about 2 weeks for October to end. So the question is, what are those things you can do differently so you can improve the odds, the probability, the ability, and the chances of still becoming pregnant in October? These are everyday simple things you can do: lifestyle modifications, new practices, change in attitude, consistency. If you can apply the 8 steps I'm going to share with you this evening, you might actually be on your way towards defeating infertility. So please, once you join, let's know who you are. And as soon as we have a good number, we're going to start. COO, thank you so much for coming. Immediately after this clinic, we're going to run a repeat clinic in our Facebook. So if you're not able to catch us in YouTube, remember our YouTube is every Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which will correspond to 11:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Then on Saturdays, 3:30 p.m., which will correspond to 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So you can catch us on Tuesdays or Saturdays. But let's talk about the 8 simple steps you can actually apply so you can defeat infertility and join the League of Mothers in 2024. The very first step you have to take, if you are convinced, if your mind is made up, if you're on the same page with your partner, it's important you're on the same page with your partner. So becoming pregnant and having babies is not a one-person venture. You and your male partner must be on the same page. You must be a team because you need each other. You need your male partner needs you. Both of you will work towards achieving a common goal, which is becoming pregnant in the month of October. The very first thing you have to do is to go for pre-conception visits. Pregnancy must be fully planned. Pregnancy doesn't happen in a vacuum. So for you to know your status as a woman, for you to know your status as a man, you have to go for pre-conception checkup. Now, pre-conception checkup is a visit to your doctor, during which time you're going to check you as a woman, check you as a man, and also make some recommendations. One of the basic recommendations we will make during your pre-conception visit is prenatal multivitamins. If you notice, I preach prenatal multivitamins because we don't necessarily eat right. So there are certain things you're supposed to be eating so the body of a woman will be ready. Unfortunately, we don't do that, especially folic acid. So when you go for your prenatal conception checkup, we're going to recommend prenatal multivitamins with special emphasis on folic acid. Folic acid will work during the early stage of your pregnancy, particularly during the first 3 months, to make sure that your baby doesn't develop neural tube defects. So make sure you go for this visit. The recommendation for folic acid is 400 to 600 microgram, not milligram. Start taking it immediately. Take it at least up to the 3 months into your pregnancy. Very important. Do this before you even begin to conceive the idea of becoming pregnant. It will help you a lot. So number 1 recommendation is pre-conception checkup for the woman and for the man. So book an appointment with your gynecologist. If you have not done that, we're going to run your hormone assay. We're going to look at your body. Most times there are things we'll find out just incidentally. We won't even know it's there, and they can affect your ability to become pregnant. For example, some women will not know that their tubes are blocked until you go for HSG. So make sure you go for your pre-conception visit. Number 2, I know so many of your friends might have recommended a lot of fertility drugs. It's possible you're currently taking Clomid because your friends told you, oh, I took Clomid and I have quadruplets, or I took Clomid and I have twins, and you started taking Clomid. That's not a good practice. Please don't be tempted to take any fertility drugs by yourself. You might be taking Clomid without knowing that you're punishing your ovaries, because ovulation is not your problem. You're ovulating. So when you're taking a drug which has absolutely nothing to do with the condition you have. You're practically taking poison. So don't go for self-medication. There is no herb, there is no traditional herb that will affect your fertility. So no Clomid, no herb, no recommendation, no quick fix. If you go to any of the over-the-counter medications, there are so many recommendations that your friends will tell you to take. We don't have such drug. If we have such drug, you guys will not be seeing me every day. So avoid taking any of those drugs. Now, number 3, you have to be conversant with your cycle. You have to study your fertility window. You have to know the likely period you might be ovulating. So every woman should take time and track their menstrual cycle. For you to track your menstrual cycle, take 3 months. For example, this is October. So I want you to use October, November, and December to track your cycle. How can you do this? You need 2 dates each month. In October, go and mark the first day you bled. Mark the last day you bled in October, just in a plain paper. You come to November, mark the first day you bleed in November. Mark the last day you bleed in November. Go to December, first day you bleed and last day you bleed. Now count the number of days from October, the first day you bled in October, to the first day you bled in November. The number of days is the cycle length between October and November. Then you count the number of days between November and December. That will be the cycle length between November and December. You will find an average. So if you fall into 21 to 35 day cycle, it's normal. When you know your cycle, you can plot your fertility window. Your fertility window is a period of 7 days you have the best potentials of becoming pregnant. The reason why you have 7 days is because the sperm can fertilize the egg up to 5 days when it's released. So that period of 5 days before ovulation and a day after is your fertility window. You have the best chance of becoming pregnant if you make love within your fertility window. But because some women might have irregular period, some women might actually not be ovulating every month, we don't preach time lovemaking, we don't preach ovulation lovemaking, we don't preach fertility window lovemaking. What do we preach? Every other day. So make sure you find your cycle. It's very important. When you know more about your cycle, there are certain things you can predict. And remember, there are some peculiarities. There are some couples that might not be in the same location. So if your partner has to travel to meet you, if you know your fertility window, you will improve your chance of becoming pregnant within your fertility window. Number 4, you have to make love regularly. This is a component of the first one I made. The more you make love, the more you're improving your chance of becoming pregnant in the month of October. Now, you need to be careful. You have just 1 day in October to become pregnant. The reason is because when you ovulate, ovulation is releasing this egg from the ovaries. It's going to last for only 1 day. Anytime you have ovulated, you have just that day to become pregnant. So if you don't have availability of the sperm that will get you pregnant, then you're going to be delayed. For example, unfortunately, there are some women that might have ovulated in the month of October. You've lost your chance for October. You're not going to wait for November. But if you have not ovulated, you still have a chance. So tonight might be the night you might become pregnant. But if you don't have availability of sperm, you will not use that window. So you only have 24 hours every month to become pregnant. That's the 24 hours your egg will be viable. So make love around the corner. The idea of regular love making is to have adequate supply of healthy sperm that will quickly get the egg fertilized. There are some women that their ovulation can be tricky. You might ovulate by 12 a.m. and by the time your partner is ready to make love to you, you've lost that chance. So make love round the corner. Now you have to exercise. When you exercise, you're keeping fit. You're making sure your body weight is within the normal range. Your BMI is within normal range. When your BMI is within normal range, your hormones, which will help you to become pregnant, for example, estrogen, progesterone, follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, prolactin, and thyroid hormones, they will be within normal level. When your hormones are within normal level, they will perform each of their individual roles. Estrogen will perform its role, progesterone will perform its role, FSH will perform its role, LH will perform its role, prolactin will perform its role. And when everybody performs their role, what's going to happen? The egg will be released and the egg will be fertilized and you will have an opportunity to become pregnant. So when you exercise, don't go overboard. Don't go through the extreme exercises. Extreme exercise will deny you the ability to become pregnant. What you need in October is 30 minutes of moderate exercise. Moderate walking, moderate running, swimming, dancing. They are all forms of exercises. Now you need to get adequate sleep. If you have been having problems with sleep, make sure you get at least, worst case scenario, 6 hours sleep. Every single day is important. The upper limit is 9 hours. Don't sleep for more than 9 hours, but at least get 6 hours sleep. When you sleep, you are regularizing your body's hormones to perform optimally. So sleep is very key to helping you to become pregnant in the month of October. Number 7, you have to eat right. What are those foods that can improve your ability to become pregnant? Your fruits, your vegetables, your fiber, your whole grains, and your seeds. They will help you. Be mindful of what you eat. If you want to go for protein, go for plant-based protein in lieu of animal-based protein. So consume a lot of grains, consume your fruits, consume your whole grains, consume your seeds, drink only water. You no longer have business with alcohol and soda and zobo. You don't need them for the month of October. So eat balanced diet. Number 8, which happens to be the final one. Don't worry about the position that people have been claiming, oh, if you sleep on this position, you're going to get pregnant quickly. So long as we have contact with the penis and the vagina, pregnancy will happen. There is no position that will favor pregnancy. They are all myth. They are not confirmed. Don't worry yourself. Just make love. And in course of making love, make sure you love your love making. If you can practice the 8 steps I've recommended, you will be on your way towards becoming pregnant in the month of November. I'm going to repeat them again. The first one, go for your preconception checkup for your partner and yourself. Make sure you bring out one day. You don't necessarily need to be sick. Go to your gynecologist. We run all your profile. We do the same for your partner. Then please don't take any herbs. Don't take any over-the-counter medications. Don't take fertility drugs that your doctor didn't recommend for you. Study your cycle. Know your fertility window. Know the likely period you might have the best chance of becoming pregnant. Please, by all means possible, make love every other day. This is huge. There is no room for timing. There is no room, oh, I think I'm ovulating, let's make love. No. So long as you're not bleeding, make love. Even some people, when they make love during their bleeding, they can also become pregnant. Exercise daily. Moderate exercise, not strenuous exercise, just moderate exercise for 30 minutes. Get adequate sleep. Worst case scenario, 6 hours sleep. Maximum of 9 hours. Don't sleep more than 9 hours. Now, please eat balanced diet. Eat fruits, vegetables, seeds, and whole grains. Drink a lot of water. Avoid your alcohol. Avoid your zobo. Avoid your soda. Then finally, don't worry about the position you're going to indulge in your love making. If you can do all this, you're going to man the podium and we're going to congratulate you. Thank you so much. That's my presentation. I'm going to open the clinic now for questions. Quickly ask your simple, straightforward questions. We learn and we go. Immediately after this, I'm going to repeat the presentation in Facebook. So join us in Facebook. COO, please, you can generate a couple of questions. We use it to teach, and we quickly do our video in Facebook, then we can get some rest. So COO, please, go ahead. And we have 4 other people in the clinic. Feel free and ask your questions now. Before you leave today, if today is the first day attending my clinic, make sure you subscribe. My clinics in YouTube, it's on Tuesdays about this time and Saturdays. I don't miss the clinics. There are so many old important videos you can go and review. They will help you. Right now, let's talk about questions. Is preconception testing necessary without, before, and infertility diagnosis? Yes, you don't need to have infertility diagnosis to go for your preconception visit, to go for your preconception checkup. It's not a sick visit. It's a wellness visit. So whether you just nursed the idea of becoming pregnant last month or you just started nursing it today, make an appointment. See your gynecologist. See your private physician for the man. We are going to check the totality of you. So your preconception visit is not a sick visit. It's a wellness visit. We are going to take that opportunity to study your body, run your hormones, check your blood, make sure you're not anemic, check your hormones, probably run an ultrasound, check HSG, preconception check. Check your family history, check your sexual practices, check your social practices. track a lot of things. It's very important. So it's more like you're getting ready to become pregnant. So don't wait to be sick before you go for this investigation. There are so many things we end up finding. For example, some women wouldn't even know their tubes are blocked. Some women wouldn't even know they have fibroids. Some women wouldn't even know they have hydrosalpinx. Until we do this, then we can know how to frame our mind. Of course, during this visit, you're also going to run your anti-Mullerian hormone check to know the quantity of eggs you have, especially if you're above 35. So don't wait to be sick before you go for preconception check. I love that question. Yes, stress can worsen your fertility. How can one deal with stress that comes with struggling with infertility issues? I love this question. Now, here's the deal. Stress is actually good. Stress is the reason why I'm still up. Stress is the reason why I had my day job. I finished my day job. I quickly prepared for what I'm doing right now. It's positive stress. So there are some stressors that keep you alive. For example, if you see a lion right now, what are you going to do? You're going to take off. So there are manageable stress, but there are some avoidable stress that will break your balance. So if you begin to stress about things that won't work, or if you begin to stress about, oh, possibility, what if I'm not gonna become pregnant in October? What if my IVF fails? What if my IUI fails? What if this? What if that? Instead of focusing on those negative, anxiety-related thoughts, focus on the positive. Stress over time will overwhelm your body. Naturally, our body is structured in such a way that our body can absorb stress. There are counter-stress hormones that will absorb stress. But when your body is overwhelmed by producing a lot of stress hormones like cortisol, like adrenaline, you will be overwhelmed. You will not even have the intentions. You will not even have the libido to make love. You will not be sleeping. You will just be generally messed up. So avoid stress. The stress of looking for a baby is even worse than stress itself. So just indulge in the 8 things I mentioned, and you will discover you have a lot of relaxation. Be mindful of the community you belong to. If your friends are people that stress a lot, that people that have a lot of anxiety, they will infect you. You'll be like them. So be positive. Just make sure you're doing your own part. And of course, pray to God. Have a positive mindset. Have a can-do attitude. Then make love with your partner. Then please attend master classes. Get consultation. Let's know what the problem is. I love that question. Are there diets that are specifically meant for improving fertility? 100%. 100%. Any diet rich in fruits, in vegetables, in dairy products, in whole grains, and nuts will improve your fertility. So let me repeat again. Fruits. Anywhere you see fruits, especially green fruits, go and embrace them. Consume them as if your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. Anywhere you see green vegetables, any form of them, please eat them. If you want to get your protein, go for plant-based protein in lieu of animal protein. So don't go, taking turkey and chicken and meat all over the place. Limit them. Nobody's going to tell you not to consume any food items, but limit the quantity you consume. Now, of course, drink only water. Eat whole grains. So whole grains can be your bread, your cereal, your oats, your rice. Be mindful of what you're eating. Then nuts, very healthy. And your dairy. When you are drinking your milk, make sure it's whole milk, because you need a lot of things there, but moderation is key. So yes, the diets I mentioned can help to improve your fertility indirectly. Okay? We have just about 2 minutes, but I love all the questions you've asked. They are very important. If you have any other one, we can quickly chip it in before we go. Beautiful questions, meaningful questions. I just want you to go home and use the remaining 14 days in October to succeed in defeating infertility. You can. Go for your preconception visit. Make love every other day. Get adequate sleep. Exercise. Take your prenatal multivitamins. Avoid stress. Make sure you're not worried about any position you're engaging in. Just make love. Know your cycle. Take your prenatal multivitamins. And eventually, let God be God, because you've done your own part. Okay? All right. So we're going to round up in 20 minutes on that. So thank you so much for coming. Please, I want you to quickly join me in Facebook immediately after this clinic so we can continue the conversation. I appreciate you guys. The next clinic is going to be on Saturday. Remember, Saturday will be 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time US, which is 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So thank you so much. And God bless you for attending today's clinic. And I can see my wife also joined. Thank you for coming, babe. So guys, let's make good use of the opportunity we have. This channel is solely focused on empowering you. Since 2015, we've been showing up. We've been trying to give you the simple things you can do so you can achieve the big things. Things don't happen in a vacuum. You have everything you need in our channel. So go back, review all the previous videos, do the simple things. That's what God is asking you to do. If you can do the simple things will add up. Remember that pregnancy will not happen overnight. There are some people that will see so many babies out there. They go there, they claim them, they want to be like the mothers, but you have not done what they did. Majority of them went for assisted reproductive technique. Majority of them saw their fertility specialist. Have you done the same? So don't always see the finished product. Think about what those people did. If you want to be an extraordinary mother, go and do extraordinary things. There is nobody born barren. There is no man born impotent. There is always something we can do differently to help you. And we are not just interested in helping you to become pregnant. We want you to become pregnant, go through your first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and you will eventually become a mother. Now, remember this. It's important you are on the same page with your partner. I know women stress a lot and sometimes they blame it on hormones, but you also need to accommodate your male partner. Make sure you encourage each other. There are some days you're going to be happy. There are some days you're not going to be happy. There are some things you guys will quarrel about which will not matter. Don't forget the basic, simple things you have to do that will get you there. Remember your prenatal multivitamins. Drop all those bad habits. These are the things that will build up to help you. There is no magic about becoming pregnant. It's just about changing your body of knowledge, changing your attitude, changing your perception, and God will be God. So keep on keeping on, keep on praying, keep on playing, keep on practicing, and until you succeed, it's not over. God bless you, and please join me in Facebook. Admin, thank you so much. I'll see you guys on Facebook. Bye for now.